Hi, my name's Jason Page. We are out here today to set up a real basic trailer safety course to test everybody's proficiency in navigating a trailer, like through some left and right turns and backing it up through a set of cones that's roughly 70 to 80 feet long.
We're going to start by backing the trailer up through a set of cones that we've mapped out here. These cones are about 10 feet wide, and we've gone about 80 feet long. And the idea behind this is just to let a person that's new to driving with a trailer have an opportunity to drive through here or back through here without any pressure, just for practice. This is just so that you can get comfortable, get a feel for it, and for us as area managers or managers in general to be sure that we have the right person behind the wheel trying to navigate the regular city streets with the trailer on the back. This is the vehicle we'll be using today. This is one of the, I think, the only glass trailers that we do have in the company yet. It's a 14-foot dual axle trailer, very easy to drive, very stable, solid. As you saw in the other videos we went through that we've attached, the process of actually hooking the trailer up to the vehicle, but this is the one we'll be using today, and probably most likely the company will be using in general. But just for purposes of looking at the vehicle and the configuration, this is what we'll be using as a demonstration vehicle for the course that we're going to do right now. Okay, so as you can see, backing a trailer up in a straight line can be tricky, but it can also be very simple. It's something that with a little bit of practice anybody can do. Some couple of key tips would be obviously to ensure that you have your trailer in as straight of a line as possible as you start backing, and to know that you don't necessarily have to carry any amount of speed, fast or slow. You need to take your time and do what's comfortable for you. In any situation, it's always best to check your surroundings before you enter an area that you will be backing into. And by means, I mean you could actually get out of your vehicle, look around, make sure that you have ample room to turn left or right. If you feel that you might be concerned, you need a second set of eyes. You're going to typically be driving from branch to branch, or in most cases where we use a trailer, so it's easy to grab another employee or somebody else that can help spot you in a different area. But the purpose of setting up a course like this, and again I just want to say it's about 80 feet long and about 10 feet wide, which is an additional, a foot left or right of the width of your trailer, is just to give a driver or a manager or anybody that will be pulling a trailer the opportunity to practice these skills in a situation where they're not under any sort of pressure to perform with and potentially
cause an accident or harm to anybody or themselves. It's a very easy course to set up. We're just in an empty parking lot. They're all over any town. You can find an empty parking lot, lay out your cones, and let somebody get comfortable with it. And this is just the initial steps of certifying somebody with the trailer, because there'll be a road test and several other things that we're going to cover to make sure that somebody has the basic skills and has a very good comfort level with using a trailer.
Okay, so we're going to do one more backing demonstration in a situation where it would be a little bit more confined than what we just did in the last two. And then we'll throw out a couple more tips after we do this one. Okay, so that was just another demonstration of a little bit of a different scenario that you could be in, where space could be a little bit tighter, or you don't have quite as straight a run at backing your trailer in. One thing to keep in mind, like the very best tip that you can do when you're pulling a trailer, the very best, is to always try and put yourself in a situation where you're pulling in and pulling out. A lot of times, like when we have a trailer like this, you're going to be able to disconnect it, be able to wheel it out of the way. So it may only be a moment where you're actually maybe impeding the flow of the branch or something, or a high traffic area at the branch. So it's best to just put yourself in a situation where you can pull in and pull out. If you must back in, like I said, it's not a race, and it's easy to grab another employee or somebody that can help spot you, or be a second set of eyes for you. Now we'll probably move on to some of the turning demonstrations. Okay, so here we are. This exercise is basically going to be testing. We're going to come in with the trailer over on this side, and this is going to simulate making a right-hand turn at a light. Again, I didn't even start at the beginning of the video, but we picked up 12 cones at Home Depot. Really simple thing to do, inexpensive. They can be used at the branch for more than just training with trailers. But what we've set up here is, like I said, we're going to come in next to the white Silverado here, and we're going to make a right-hand turn. And this would simulate just making a right-hand turn at a stoplight. And obviously the idea, or the exercise that we're trying to practice here, is that we do not want to drag our trailer over these cones, which would in essence be the sidewalk or a pedestrian or something like that. And again, it's a perfect opportunity. No people around, low stress, no pressure. Great time to practice making a right-hand turn. Then we'll come back around and we'll simulate making a left-hand turn like you would at an intersection. And we'll probably reposition the vehicle for that video. But right now we're going to show a couple of right-hand turns, and basically just becoming comfortable and making sure that we are turning the trailer and leaving ample room for the trailer to trail behind the vehicle properly, and then also not go into oncoming traffic or impede into somebody else's lane. So I'd just like to thank everybody for watching the video. I'm sure there will be more questions as to you know, if there are any other situations that we can set up or different scenarios we could go through. But these are some of the very most common and some of the ones that take that are easy but take quite a bit of practice to get used to and feel comfortable with. Again, making a right-hand turn and leaving ample room for your trailer to follow you. And then the same thing when you're making a left-hand turn at an intersection. You want to be sure that you leave your turning radius is wide enough that you don't drag your trailer, and the cones simulate a barrier that just work as a guideline. You know, they get, and it's a low pressure situation for a driver that we're qualifying to pull a trailer can go through as many times as they need to feel comfortable before we would actually take them out for a formal road test and evaluate whether they have the abilities to safely maintain control of a trailer and are the right person for the job. So again, I appreciate everybody watching. If anybody has any questions or would like us to do any updates or make any changes to the video, you can always reach me on my work email at jpage@mygrantglass.com. And of course, I'm in this company cell phone listing, so if anybody needs to reach out or wants to discuss anything, I'd be more than willing to help out. And I'd appreciate any feedback that you got. Thanks a lot. Have a good one.